Hi, it's Rio here, back with another episode. Today's topic we'll be talking about is fishing. Now, have you ever wanted to catch a little plate-sized brim or mullet, or have you ever wanted to catch a record wahoo or tuna? Well, you can do both if you give fishing a try. And I guarantee after listening to this, you'll want to get out there to your local beach and lake and flick a line. Now, where are good places to go, you ask? Well, it depends if you're going for the bigger type, like skipperjack and those other larger species. The spots with good fish are endless. That's why you need a spot where you can visit 24/7. For example, if you live in Byron Bay like me, the Brunswick River is a 10 to 15 minute drive, or Ballina River, Mobbs Bay, and those amazing spots where you can visit anytime. Now, should you spearfish or regularly fish? Again, it depends on what type you're going for. Spearfishing requires strength, experience, and gear. Both regular fishing and spearfishing can catch you the same type you're looking for. But spearfishing is not something you would do in brown lakes or creeks. It's definitely a reef or deep sea place. But with a rod and reel, you can basically do the same thing, except go underwater, load up a gun, and use a spear. They have their similarities and differences. But they at least have one thing in common. They both catch fish, which gives them both high ratings. Now, should you use bait or a lure? Both bait and lures are such great ways to catch fish, but for tuna, wahoo, marlin and sailfish, use lures. On the other hand, using bait gives you a lower chance of catching a monster fish on a boat, but sometimes you can catch fish using bait out at sea. For brim, mullet, whiting, flathead, bait would be the better option. But if you're asking what to use for bass, surprisingly lures, even though they're small like those other fish, they rely on lures such as flies, jigs and spinners. Should you fish at a beach or a lake or on a boat? I would completely recommend lake fishing with light tackle, but if you're aiming for a huge catfish, try heavier tackle. If you're on a boat, definitely go trawling. If you're unfamiliar with trawling, it's basically letting your line drag at the end of your boat at low speeds. To the fish, it acts like an injured fish, and it's perfect for them to eat. Now, beach fishing, a popular place for anglers to go, but sometimes it can be a little dodgy with crashing waves. It could snag you and you might end up losing a rod. But glassy, flat and crystal clear, you've got a 75% chance of catching something. Now, to conclude the podcast, I've got some important advice for new anglers. First of all, you don't want to be chasing huge fish on boats. First, just try going to a calm river or lake and to catch a brim or mullet. The biggest fish you could aim for is probably a small mangrove jack. Fishing requires a lot of patience. Like you can't always expect to catch something even if you've been waiting a while.